the Pisces. Cast my line, now they're biting. Yeah, rocky coasts and lighthouses. What she knows now, I doubt it. Talk to me nice. I think your confusion starts with street lights.
Hello everyone, how is everybody doing? Very blessed to be sitting here talking to you for mid-month and June readings. I did not know how things were going to work out, guys, but everything happens for a reason. So as I said, welcome to your... I've set the intention for these readings to resonate with the last couple months of June and the entire month, the last couple months of May and the entire month of June. But these messages can resonate anytime. They're definitely timeless. You never know what kind of message you might receive. So for my intro video, you guys, I just wanted to talk a little bit about what's going on in May and what's going on in June. So all the astrology information, we're going to be talking a bit about astrology as I do in all my intro. And for the actual readings, it's strictly tarot. I don't talk much about astrology, guys. So in May, today is May 24th as I record this. So it's definitely mid-May. We're still in May, but May is a very, very intense month. June looks a little intense as well, but it looks more of an emotional month. May's been kind of emotional too, but it's been emotional in a hectic kind of way. I'm not sure how you guys are doing, but we have Mercury in Taurus. Mercury entered Taurus on May 13th, and then we had Uranus enter Taurus on May 15th, and it's going to be there for the next 7 years. So that was a huge, huge shift, you guys, in May. We're still under the energy of that. We will be under the energy of that for the next 7 years. So yeah, very important for you to know where Taurus is in your astrology chart, because you're going to have Uranus there, which is definitely all about sudden change and shock and surprise. This is the ruling planet of Aquarius, you guys. So that was a major, major, major shift. Every astrologer is talking about that. And then we had a new moon in Taurus on the 15th as well. So we had a new moon that same day. Astrology is so symbolic, if you ask me. And then on May 16th, we had Mars enter Aquarius, which was pretty interesting. Mars is actually going to be hanging out in Aquarius throughout June because it's going retrograde, so it's not going to be moving forward. And then we had Venus enter Cancer on the 19th. That's the kind of the most recent transit in May as I sit here today. So that's pretty interesting, you guys. That's very, Venus was in Gemini, and then on the 19th, it moved into Cancer. It's going to be there until about maybe first week of June. And then we have yet to occur the Sagittarius full moon on May 29th. I'm not sure, guys. I really hope that I'm around to talk to you on that day, because the Sagittarius full moon, that is a very, very special full moon. That's the 9th house of higher learning. The house of vision. This is a very light sign. To have the moon filled with light in the sign of Sagittarius, that's definitely going to be expanding some things in our lives, expanding our vision, expanding the higher philosophy of our legacies and things like that. So we kind of end May on that Sagittarius full moon note, and then we enter June. So I've taken some notes here on both May and June for this intro video, because this video is about both months, so I wanted to incorporate both. So we're basically covering the end of Taurus season, beginning of Gemini season, the start of Cancer season. Okay, so that's quite a lot of information, but I'm just happy to be talking to you guys and getting out some messages for June. So we start June with, the reason why June is such an emotional month, you guys, is because we have this grand water trine. So we have all the water signs have significant energies within them. So Neptune is in Pisces, Jupiter is in Scorpio, and then we have Venus in Cancer, okay? And that is creating a water trine, okay, of emotion. So we're all going to be really feeling our feels, and we're going to be having some really deep emotion, especially the beginning of June. So definitely wanted to mention that, not only for the water signs, but for all of us. We all have Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy somewhere in our chart. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio represent our emotion. We all have emotion. But if you are a Pisces watching this, if you are a Cancer or a Scorpio watching this, you guys are major game players in June because of that Cancer energy coming in. But let's talk a bit about Gemini energy. We've got on June 5th, Mercury enters Gemini, which is pretty interesting because Mercury rules Gemini. So that's going to be great for our mental space. That's going to be great for the rational mind and you know, the more intellectual thoughts. So you may notice in June that you just get your head in the game more, and that you're able to be a little bit more rational when it comes to the decisions you're making, even though there's this grand water trine energy in June. And then on June 12th, we have quite the opposite. We have Mercury entering Cancer. So this is going to be a bit of the emotional thought realm. This is, you know, the planet of a lot of emotional communication, I feel, guys, will be happening on around June 12th, especially throughout the whole transit of Mercury in Cancer. Eventually, Mercury will move through that and move into Leo, which is more passionate thought. The North Node is there, so we're going to be thinking a lot more about our destiny. But before that can happen, we have to go through the very watery realm of Cancer. Our minds are going to be submerged. Right now, our hearts are submerged with Venus in Cancer. Venus in Cancer, holy crap. A lot of emotional feels, you guys. Cancer is the cardinal water sign. So that's, you know, I like to think of Cancer as the most water, even though it's not necessarily that way. But Cancer brings definitely the depth of emotion. It's the fourth house. Woo! So moving on, though, we have a Gemini new moon on the 13th, right after Mercury moves into Cancer. So for the new moon, Mercury will not be in Gemini, which everything happens for a reason. I just feel like that new moon really wanted to just focus on the new intentions of our seeds and planting things for our future. Mercury obviously needs to be in a more emotional realm around the time of the full moon, and there's going to be reasons for that. And then we have on that same day Venus entering Leo. So that's when Venus is going to enter Leo, is on the 13th. And Leo is ruled by the heart, you guys. So I'm extra excited for that transit because this is going to add a lot of passion to our abundance and our attraction. You know, a lot of us are going to be really following our heart around that time with the North Node in Leo and Venus in Leo. This is going to be very heart empowering, heart chakra in activations. And so another important thing happening in June is Neptune retrograde. Okay, woo! So Neptune is going to be slowing down. Our spirituality collectively is going to be slowing down a bit. So that's something to look out for. June 18th, that Neptune is retrograding. I did not know that Neptune would be retrograding in June. So yeah, guys, that's something to mark on your calendar. Very spiritual transits going on in June, guys. There's a lot going on in June. And then the sun enters Cancer on the 21st. So there's going to be Cancer season starting then. But that's the same day as the summer solstice, which is literally all the solstices and the equinoxes are so important. I'm not sure where I'll be at around this time. If I'm in this area, then I will definitely be recording a summer solstice message, and I'll be pulling cards for that. If not, guys, I would just really make sure that you're doing something in celebration of the actual start of summer. You know, the sun gaining in light and being its most empowered. I believe the summer solstice is the longest day and shortest night. I'm not sure. I'm going to be doing my own research on that. But I do something special for every equinox and every solstice. Summer solstice, winter solstice. I did something very beautiful for the winter solstice. So it's only right that I take part in a small ceremony for the summer solstice as well. And so a few days after that, we have Mars retrograde in Aquarius, you guys. So this is going to be interesting as well. Mars is going to be hanging out in Aquarius for quite a while, I believe until August. So, you know, Mars is the planet of war, planet of action. So, you know, that's in an area of the collective. So that's something to really research as well, you guys. I really hope that I'm around to do videos about all these planets because I love talking about it. I didn't want to waste not waste, but I just didn't want to, I wanted to really use the time that I had for the mid-May and June videos for the tarot. So as far as the astrology information goes, you guys, you might want to follow me on Instagram or add me on Facebook. All that information will be below because I'm always posting about this stuff. No matter where I am in the world, I can always post about this astrology information, but I might not always be in an area that really prohibits me to speak about astrology and read tarot. But I will always my Instagram is filled with astrology information and just kind of channeled information about what I think about all these planets. I'm going to be posting about Venus in Cancer soon, and I'm going to be posting about Uranus in Taurus and Mars in Aquarius. So those are all things to look out for. For those of you who are wondering, my name is Pisces Priestess on Instagram, and my name is Braylon Caldwell on Facebook. If you do add me on Facebook, just shoot me a message, because I get a lot of friend requests, and some of them are just not friends that I'm not interested in having on my Facebook. So just shoot me a message, say, hey, I watch your videos. I really wanted to stay updated on the astrology information, and I'll add you. So Mars retrograde, Neptune retrograde, summer solstice, and then we end the month with that Capricorn full moon on June 28th. So you guys, Saturn is going to be a part of that moon, and it's going to be a very karmic moon. That moon is very karmic for me. That's going to mark the 1 year of me really doing this astrology business, me doing my spiritual burnings that I do outside on every full moon. I'm a Capricorn rising, so that full moon is going to be opposite of the sun in Cancer. Wow, I really hope that I'm around to speak to you during that time as well. There's so much going on, you guys. It's like, I feel like I trust the universe, but if it's meant for me to kind of take a break from astrology, I'm really going to have a hard time understanding why, because it's as if the energies have picked up, and they're almost more relevant and more important. And it's like, I feel like it's now more than ever important for me to really, really speak out about some of the things that I channel and some of the things that I'm aware of in the universe as a Pisces. So if it's meant to be, you guys, I'll be sticking around, and I'll be talking to you throughout all these transits, and I'll definitely be incorporating more astrology, since there's not much astrology in my videos this month. But there are very important tarot messages this month. So let's talk a little bit about what we can look forward to in the readings this month. So I've got some oracle readings for you guys this month. I have 3 oracle decks. One of them is a very new deck. I have the Wisdom of the House of Knights. And below, if you'd like to know the artist, and if you're interested in buying these decks, then I'll tell you the name and the artist of these decks below. And then I have the Indigo Angel Oracle deck. And then I just recently received as a gift a Wicca deck. So I'm not sure how all you feel. Why my camera's shaking like that, but I'm not sure how you guys feel about Wicca. But that is something that I have just recently started studying on the Libra full moon. So a couple full moons ago, I really did start studying Wicca, and that just was kind of an awakening that I had. My aunt is Wiccan, and I didn't really know how to feel about Wicca, but it is definitely not what I thought, and I think that's going to be the case for most people. So for those of you who are open to receiving messages from Spirit from that deck, beautiful deck, oh my god, they incorporate so beautifully. All these 3 decks, I'm probably going to use these 3 decks often. And they're really new, so I am looking up meanings in the book this month, but there's such beautiful messages, you guys. So this could be kind of a past, present, and future kind of reading for those of you who resonate with past, present, and future that way. And then I'm just using regular tarot to clarify a little bit more about these the oracle messages. Okay, so we've got 3 messages this month. We're working with the bottom of the deck and underlying energy, and then we're doing some clarification. So I really hope you guys enjoy these readings this month. I didn't care. I'm just so happy to have. I'm not sure if all of you watched my last video, but I just was devastated when I found out that I wouldn't be able to read tarot for May. But turns out that you just go with the flow. Sometimes the current takes you right back to where you were. And as a Pisces, I really just try to go with the current and just move with the waters of my life. But I feel very deeply about all this stuff, so I do. My emotions pay the price, and they take the toll. But it empowers me. And like I was saying, I'm just happy to be talking to you guys. I'm happy to get these messages out here. That's what matters most to me. For those of you who are interested in personal readings for the rest of May, I do believe that I will be available to do personal readings. And as far as June and July goes, just make sure that you contact me through email or through Facebook or Instagram before you pay me. And we'll try to work something out. But I am definitely available to do readings for the rest of May, and I'm very excited to see what comes up for all the signs. I've finished as I record the intro. I've finished the Aries through Virgo. And they are very beautiful messages, you guys. They feel very beautiful. Right after this intro, I'm going to get started on Libra through Pisces. So I haven't done the second half of the zodiac wheel yet, so I don't know what's going on with those guys. But as far as the Aries through Virgo, beautiful messages, and I can't wait for you guys to watch, and I hope it resonates. Thank you so much for all the support and your likes and your subscribes and all my new viewers. I hope you guys can tell how much this means to me. But without further ado, please enjoy your June readings and also your mid-May readings. Thank you guys. See ya. Hello, Aries. Hi, I'm so blessed to be sitting here with the ability to talk to you right now. So, all the astrology information for May, and I may even incorporate a little bit for June, is going to be in the intro video, Aries. I definitely just want to focus on your tarot reading. Maybe some things may come up in the reading, but I really just want to try to just do the tarot. And for those of you who want to know astrology information, I do recommend watching the intro video. Astrology is equally as important as tarot. I find more often than not they actually correlate. So yeah, intro has all the astrology information, guys. This is the tarot portion of your video. And I have set the intent that this video resonate with, well, it's timeless. These messages can help anybody at any time, but as far as my intent, I have set the intent for the end of May throughout June. As I'm recording this, it's May 22nd, and I have no idea. It depends on timing and everything like that. I have no idea when I'll be able to upload these. Hopefully by the end of May. I may wait until June, but just so you know, this video covers energies that happened at the 2 last weeks of May and throughout all of June. But I do want to focus more on June energy, and that's probably because May is such an intense month. But this is going to be end of May, but it's going to resonate probably with June, and I'm just going to open myself up as a channel for you, Aries. So I have a different kind of reading set up here. I figured we could just work with oracle decks, but of course I do some clarification. Wow, my mouse is sorry about that. But yeah, I'm going to work with all of my oracle decks, and I just got this new deck from an Aries, a really special person to me. This is a Wiccan deck, so for those of you who are open to all 5 elements, which is, you know, fire, earth, air, water, and spirit. So this is my brand new deck. And I will be reading the books, guys. I have the books under here. I will be reading some of the messages out of there, but I do like to just flow and work with intuition. I've had these decks for a very long time. And then we're going to be clarifying with original tarot, but this is the goddess deck. And don't worry, I'll have all the information about these decks. If you like these decks, I'll have the names and the authors and the creators in the description box, okay? So, okay, Aries, let's get going with your reading. So this is an angel deck, okay? And this is the wisdom of the house of night, and then this is the Wiccan deck. So I figured this is kind of light energy, which you're aware of in May and June. More so darker energy, which is, please don't assume that light is good and dark is bad. I'm always saying that. Light is just what we're aware of, the positive things, and then we all have positive and negative, right? So we have the hidden, more mysterious energy, and then we have an energy that kind of combines all of the elements. So just messages, right? And we're going to see what comes up for you, Aries. So this is your angel message, and this is the light message. For some of you, this is going to resonate with past, present, and future. So if it does resonate like that, you know, please use your own intuition. But let's see what messages come out for Aries, the first house of our universe, the Ram, the cardinal fire sign, for end of May, all throughout June, and just whatever messages that they need to hear. Let's see. Okay, Aries, we have pray coming out. Pray is your angel message card, sorry. And we are going to be working with the bottom of the deck. So I'm going to place the bottom of the deck up here. So this is an underlying energy, and we have trust. So I'm just going to keep moving on, Aries, until we have all the cards. And then I'll start interpreting, okay? Oh, all right. So your other card popped out quite fast, Aries. And, oh, sorry. We have the warrior coming out, all right? And this is that number 2 up there. So I'm seeing something here about the warrior of prayer. Bottom of the deck here is risk, which is very similar to a tarot card that reminds me of you, Aries, which is the Fool card, okay? So there's some kind of risk. There's some kind of risk that you want to trust. But like I said, I don't want to babble too much, guys. I was so afraid that I wouldn't be able to talk to you or do tarot again, that I'm just so blessed to be sitting here, and I just don't want to waste any time. I am trying to be me and authentic, but I just know myself, and I can talk on and on, and I don't know how much time we have, things like that. I just want to stay focused and dedicated to you guys, and get you guys some really helpful and relatable messages. So just bear with me as I get back into the mode of something I thought I wasn't able to do anymore. So this is the Wiccan deck that I'm shuffling here. And we're going to ask for a card for Aries, the cardinal fire sign, the first house of our universe. What is the message? What is the spirit message for Aries for the end of May, all throughout June, and any messages that they need to hear as they click on this video? What are the messages? Now, this deck is so new, and I am so new into the Wiccan energies that I may just pull a card from here, but we are going to just give it a little bit of time, see if a card flips out. This might be one of those decks where you just kind of pull one out of your intuition. So just focus your energy, Aries, and we'll see if a card comes out for, yep, somebody focused, because now we have, what is this card here? Well, guys, we're going to be learning this deck together. We have the 31 up there, and then we have these two. So it looks like the Chariot card a little bit. It looks like the Chariot card, like Cancer energy. And then we have the 22 up here. So as far as numerology, we've got 2, we've got 31, we've got 22. So we've got 4 pretty heavily, which is all about foundation and emotional security, family, home, roots, you know. So let's keep this deck over here until we clarify. Okay, we're going to clarify more towards the end. Hopefully you can see this okay, Aries. Okay, I forgot how intense tarot was. Tarot is very, very intense. So right away, Aries, remember now, this can be past, present, and future, but to me, I just wanted 3 oracle cards to kind of combine. So the first one coming out from the angel deck is pray. The angels are guiding you to pray towards the end of May and throughout June. So, you know, Aries, prayer is a very interesting thing. And I'm seeing the message here for you is to trust in prayer. There could be something that certain Aries out there are praying for in May and June. Or some of you just may be feeling a little bit lost. And I just know when we're so lost in a physical sense that we really just need to trust in a higher power. We need to, whatever that is for you, Aries. Some of us believe in Wicca. Some of us believe in magic. Some of us believe in Christianity or Buddhism. Or some of us don't even have a religion. But I find it really beautiful that prayer can speak to anyone. You know, it's really unfortunate that prayer has been really linked into a religious. People think that prayer means, you know, putting your hands together and talking to some white guy in the sky. You know what I mean? That's not the kind of prayer that I'm going to promote to you. That's not the kind of prayer that I think is needed in May and in June for you, Aries. I believe that this is you. You know, some people pray while they're washing the dishes. Some people consider prayer meditation, you know, or just it's whenever you're connecting to your higher self. That's what I do when I pray. I connect to my spirit guides. I connect to energies. Sometimes I'm praying to something that I don't even have a name for, but I just set my intent that I'm connecting with something that has been by my side, that wants me to succeed, that loves me unconditionally. You know, sometimes that's connecting with a soulmate. Sometimes that's connecting with some kind of, you know, force in the universe. And I like to think of it as the higher self. So there's a lot of different Aries watching. You know, a lot of people consider Aries to be God's favorite child. A lot of people consider Aries to be God in child form, in toddler form. And I was actually, I picked up on some energy like that last night when I was trying to go to sleep. I couldn't sleep, but I heard myself talking about how God is Aries as a child, and how Aries is the toddler if God was a toddler, and Leo is the child of God, and Sagittarius is God consciousness. I don't know why I heard that, but it's making sense today. So I say all that to tell you to keep an open mind about prayer. This is you just having heavenly thoughts, or just, you know, really seeking guidance from a higher force, because you may have tried everything else, Aries, about a certain particular situation. Some of you it's going to be a relationship. Some of you it's money problems. You know, we all have strife and worries. So whatever those worries and strifes may be in June and in May, Aries, You're really being guided to pray. Now, at the end of this reading, I am going to read what this message is in this tarot, in the oracle deck. But as far as what I'm picking up for you intuitively, I just feel like make sure that you do something that you consider as prayer once. Just once. Aries, I'm going to reveal something to you that a lot of you probably already know. And this is something that not only I've said, but I've heard Aries say about themselves, and I've also heard other people say it about Aries too, is that when for some reason when an Aries prays for something, it almost instantly happens. Now this applies to everyone, right? When we pray, but I don't know, Aries, there's just something really significant about when Aries have faith. And I think it's because you're cardinal fire, so you're like one of the top manifestors because of the energy that you embody. You have your sun. Now some of you might be an Aries rising or an Aries moon watching this. Some of you might be cross watchers watching for an Aries. But all I know is when I do these videos, I speak to the vibration. And right now I'm speaking to the vibration of Aries, no matter who's watching for what reason. And I'm being guided to remind you that you are a huge manifester. And you have a very strong connection with the divine because you're the first zodiac sign, Aries. And you're the ram, and you're ruled by the head, okay? And prayer is thought. Prayer is, something that you do mentally and physically and spiritually and on a soul level all in one. So try to get creative when you're doing these manifestations. For some of you, this pray card means to seek guidance from a spiritual force. So for some of you, maybe you're in Wicca, maybe you're in meditation. But either way, there's going to be, maybe some of you, I just heard in my head that Aries is already praying, Braylon. So yeah, this could definitely be the past for some of you. Some of you were really praying for something. Maybe some of you trusted prayer, because we do have the underlying energy as trust, and then we have explore under that. So explore your trust in prayer and explore your trust in prayer, Aries. And the universe is not, it's so weird that a lot of people think that God is some king or something in the sky that is like, you're not going to get into heaven if you're gay or if you steal or if you energy is what it is. There is no such thing as really good or evil. There's just energy, and all energy has a purpose. So I want you to know, for those of you who need to hear this, the universe is not some malevolent force that's going to punish you. That's not how the universe works. And the sooner you realize that, the better, Aries. The universe is a friend. The universe is our best friend. It's like a motherly, fatherly figure, except with unconditional love, like just best friend is what I like to think of the universe. So I like to play around with the universe and joke around with the universe and bet the universe and bargain with the universe. So that's what I'm saying. Explore your trust in prayer is the message here. And what comes to mind, it reminds me of a lot of the time of what I do. I'd be like, all right, let me explore my trust in the universe right now. Let me explore my trust in prayer. But I do believe, I think that's another Aries trait too, is that they also have that belief element, because Pisces is their 12th house. So whatever kind of Aries you are, you really do believe in whatever you believe in, and you put passion in it and creativity and manifestation into it. So in a way, it almost spreads like wildfire. Whatever you want to spread like wildfire right now, whether it be your own fire or the fires of your life or the fires of passion in your existence and your world right now, it can spread just by you putting your self-intent into it, okay? So explore your trust in prayer. Bet the universe that you won't get $500 in 2 weeks, and I don't mean to be so materialistic, but this you can do this in any way or shape or form, Aries. Like if you want to manifest love or whatever you're praying towards, I believe this is prayers are not meant to be spied on. So this is between you and the higher force that you believe in. Some of you are just praying to yourself silently at night. Some of you are just having thoughts of this. But whatever, I think the Aries that watch this video are going to know what this card is coming up. I feel like in the past you guys prayed over a certain situation, or you're going to be praying in June, and you need to really trust in your prayer because you're an Aries, and trust me, I've seen this happen. An Aries will pray for something and the whole situation, like it's even to the point where if an Aries prays for you, it instantly manifests, because I don't know what it is. You need to trust in that light. We've got this guy here holding this light. Trust in your own light. Trust in your own soul, because this looks very soul-like. It's like this angel is trusting in the soul. So pray from your soul, Aries. So I'm thinking that you guys know what that message is about. And then we are going to get clarifiers too. So we're going to ask Spirit to clarify this prayer, and we'll see what comes up there. So the next card we have, which could be, some of you are going to be resonating with this in your very present. So we've got this warrior, which is such an Aries card, okay? I very much feel like this is going to be you guys, even if it's feminine or masculine. You guys all have this like warrior inside you, this person who could fight and win any battle, right? You guys are the emperor in tarot. So you guys are very much authority figures. No matter what you find yourself in life, you guys are very much authority figures. So this reminds me of strength, Aries. This is what I'm picking up for you, is just the strength to really fight the battles that you're going through now, whether they be mental, spiritual, physical, emotional. You guys are all going to be warriors in different places in your life right now. But the point is, Aries, is that you guys really need to embody this kind of warrior essence that is all in every one of you. This warrior, you guys all have a warrior inside of you. Not just in May, not just in June, but you were born with this warrior inside of you. You're going to transform and pass on with this warrior inside of you. So this is about the battles that you've been fighting in the wars. Warriors fight wars, they fight battles, they have struggles, they have challenges, and that's a very Aries essence. So there's this number 2 hanging out up here. And we have the 31 down here by risk. So some of you, you're the warriors of risks, at the end of May and throughout June. You guys are going to really be overcoming battles and challenges because you're just ready to take a risk and risk it all. Because warriors really don't have anything to lose. This man looks pretty bare-chested, so it's not like he has a bunch of armor on. It's not like he's really protecting himself anymore. So maybe some of you guys are just really tapping into your strength after praying towards. Maybe some of you guys are praying for strength. Okay? And some of you guys could be praying for some sort of strong person to come in your life. Because if I remember correctly, this card talks about either you being the warrior or someone in your life. So for some of you, even though I do feel that this is talking directly to Aries, that you're the warrior, but some of you may have someone in your life that contributes to your strength, that contributes to everyone. All of us have, those people, places, and things that we can thank. Like, I couldn't have done this without you. I'm just so grateful for, what you've done for me and all the help that you've given me. So there could be something like that going on. But I just feel like you guys are really ready to take a risk because you have determined your strength. Maybe you've been through something that you had to pray your way through. You know how it is, Aries. Sometimes you don't know how strong you are until being strong is the only option you have. So some of you could be taking a risk with someone that you have a strong connection with, because the number 2 always reminds me of like a shared bond. And it's also a decision too. Number 2s remind me of crossroads sometimes, but they remind me of shared energy. Wherever there's 2 or more, there's a shared energy. So just like we have the 2 of Cups or the 2 of Wands or the 2 of Swords, it does talk about a decision, but it also talks about a crossroads or just shared energy. So I'm not sure if it's going to apply to all of you, but I feel like some of you just have a really tough decision to make that you've had to really, maybe that's why you've been praying too. And this could be a decision over 2 different jobs or 2 different relationships or 2 different roads, people, places, and things, 2 different houses to live. I feel like Aries has just been at a crossroads during most of May. In the end of May, coming into June, you're really going to tap into some of this strength that you have, and you're going to take a risk. And that's why I really do think that you guys are at a crossroads. And how did I know the honesty card was going to show up for you guys? Because I seen this, as I was shuffling, I seen this flame, and I was like, you know what, that'd be really badass if it showed up for Aries, because that fire. So there's something that you need to take a risk with honesty, and then we have understanding down there. So it's like understanding honesty, the flame of, like, this is like understanding your own fire, Aries, your own flames and passion. Some of you need to light a candle and trust the flames of your life. Candles are great for Aries. Some of you really need to invest more. Burn a candle like every night when you sleep, because the protection of fire is underestimated. Literally, Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo, which are the fire element in our universe, all of you are underestimated. And it's like, I don't know why anybody underestimates you guys. Like, Aries, Sagittarius, and Leos are some of the most driven, passionate, creative people that I know, but they don't get the credit for it, so it dulls the flame. So it's time to get real honest, and it may involve some kind of risk. And we have the 31 up here. So I don't know if June has 31 days or if May, but the 31st might be important to you guys. I'm not sure if 31, maybe some of you are 31 years old, or maybe some of you have a significant energy on a 31st day. But we also have 3 plus 1 here, which is 4. So this card always reminds me of the fourth house, which is the fourth house of home, the fourth house of your foundation, your family, and your roots. And it's interesting that this woman has reached the edge of a cliff, right? It's like she's reached the edge of a foundation. She's reached the edge of her groundedness. And she's actually going to take a risk and jump and leap. She doesn't know what's at the bottom of this cliff, but she is surrendering. And she is like, so this is like surrendering emotionally to something that's really going to, like, honesty sets you free. If there's anything worth taking a risk over, it's honesty, because the leap down is going to be more authentic, Aries. And I see this as authentic flames. Like, honesty is basically another word for authenticity. And because of Leo, all fire signs have an obligation to be honest with yourself. I feel the more that you're honest in May and June, Aries, the more understood you're going to be. I feel that you guys are going to be understanding honesty in a completely different way, and that might be why you're stronger this month. But these are the flames, you know, and this is the authentic flames of who you are. And that's the 26. So 6 plus 2 is 8. So there might be some kind of hidden honesty that, you know, this might be something that comes true. Some of you may be receiving information in May and in June. Someone might be honest with you about something, and maybe you understand, maybe you guys are being honest, and someone's going to understand you, but you are being told to be honest, because those who love you and those who are actually authentic and meant to be in your life, they'll understand you. But remember, we have risk. This is your real underlying energy. So the reason that warrior is on the table is because of some kind of risk. So the universe is saying, Aries, you are strong enough to jump. You are brave enough and tough enough and smart enough and lovable enough to take this risk. You need to, and then we have trust up there too. So we've got trust and risk. So you need to trust in your own divine guidance. Trust in your foundation. Trust that if your feet come off the ground, that they'll ground themselves again, but they're going to ground themselves in a way better place, which that's great. Okay, so this foundation is no longer working for you, Aries. This could be a person, place, or thing, relationship, job, a home environment. It's just not working anymore, and you're being asked to really jump into the winds of the unknown, which is fine, because wind is what keeps fire lit. You know, air, oxygen. Fire needs oxygen to keep going, you know. So some of you guys just need a breath of fresh air, and it's interesting, you know. Trust that risk, though. There's a risk that you need to trust, and you're exploring this risk, you're exploring this trust, and you just pray if you need guidance. But I'm not sure if you can see how free that woman looks. But some of you guys are just opening your heart, your mind, and your arms to the wind. I'm telling you, this has a lot to do with someone you're emotionally connected to. Some of you are going to take a risk and really jump into the arms of a person, place, or thing. Some of you are going to take a risk and move to a place that it's just risky. You know how risks, the Aries, you know what I've heard about you is that you guys love taking risks. That's like some kind of secret. But it makes sense why Aries would love taking a risk, because it's the adrenaline rush, you know. It's the chance. Aries love, because you love staying confident in yourself. And a risk is such a perfect opportunity to stay confident in yourself, Aries. You're not going to pussy out. You're not going to be a little bitch baby. You're going to ram your way through like you always do. And you always wind up being okay somehow, because you're the warrior. And you're strong enough to take this leap. You're strong enough. So for some of you, this risk is a battle. For some of you, this is a challenge. For some of you, you've been going back and forth in your mind. Some of you might have 2 different risks to take. Maybe this crossroads is a risk. But you have to ask yourself if it's a risk you're willing to take. And I feel like you are. I feel like you guys are going to be honest about this. Some of you might be having conversations with people like, look, I'm all in. And this is what I got to lose. And this is what I'm coming with. What do you got to lose? Because this is me. And I'm telling you, there's a very honest, authentic vibe to this woman. Just kind of, I feel such a beautiful energy with this Aries. So let go. Whether it be letting go of a home or letting go of a job. This is letting go of things in May and June that you have felt. There are things that make you feel like your feet are on the ground. But Aries, the universe, I just heard something in my head say, how can you trust your strength if your feet are on the ground? Like right now, it's time for you to prove to the universe that you can be strong in the air. And it is Gemini season. Interesting. So Gemini season is all about you guys using your head and not your feet. You know, it ain't about where you're at. It's about what you think. It's about your thought process. Don't allow your foundation, which is this thing here. You've reached the end of something, Aries. And there's some kind of risk. And I'm saying that because of the 31 up there. 3 plus 1 is 4. So like I was going to say, some of you have an emotional connection to a family situation, lover, romantic, job. So I'm seeing that it's an emotional risk, and this is emotional strength as well. And it's some kind of choice or shared energy. Now for this card, I am going to read the book here, the Wiccan book. So just bear with me so that I can get the right messages for you, Aries. And we have the 31. So you want to know something, Aries? We've got two 31s here. I hope you can see those cards up there, especially the purple one. There's a 31 up there. So the number 31 is very, very important to you. I don't make this up. The cards come out how they come out. I just try to notice any any messages here. So yeah, we've got two 31s here. So let's see. I believe that these cards are related then. So we're going to hear the message about this Chariot looking card here. So let's look up, and you're going to have to just bear with me because this is a very new book, and I just want to make sure that everything is right because this is so new. Okay. Oh, Aries. Oh my God. So this is a very new deck to me. But do you see the flames surrounding these two horses? So this is the Chariot of Flames. That's literally what this card says. The Chariot of Flames. So, or the Chariot of Fire, sorry. And I'm going to read this for you, Aries. So, the solar chariot blazes across the sky, drawn by two fiery horses. Their daily ride through the heavens symbolizes success and perseverance, pushing through any obstacle to achieve a desired goal. The way through is made clear. All roads are opened, and obstacles cannot stand against the force of the celestial steeds. Celestial steeds! Oh, this is beautiful. Aries, I don't know about you, but what I just read sounded a lot like the whole reading. You know, that you're taking a risk to kind of push forward. It said that obstacles to achieve a desired goal, the way through is made clear. Aries, in June, something's going to push the fuck out of your way because you're an Aries. This is such an Aries energy. And so, remember, I'm going to relate this here. So it's like taking a risk to really charge forward. And trust that all roads are open and obstacles cannot stand against the force of these celestial steeds. So you guys are, oh yeah, I'm going to probably title your video Celestial Steed or some kind of Chariot of Fire. So I don't know if there's a Cancer energy with fire energy. You could be an Aries with Cancer energy because that's exactly what this is. The Chariot card in tarot is Cancer. But it's also victory. So Aries, this is about you being victorious, taking a risk, choosing a path. This is the future for you. Wow, I hope that resonated. Now, let's continue. The meaning of this card is that the time for contemplation is over. No more thinking, Aries. And this is kind of like contemplation, right? In a heavenly way. So the time for contemplation is over, Aries. Take the reins of your life in your own hands and take action immediately. So June is a time for action. Your boldness will be rewarded by good fortune. So the key word here is action, will, and forcefulness. So I want you guys to say that I am filled with courage and confidence. I am filled with courage and confidence. Now the challenge, Aries, is that where in your life are you moving to? Where are you moving to slowly, Aries? That's the challenge with this card. When someone gets this card, you want to ask yourself, where am I moving too slowly? That's an Aries thing. I feel like you guys, I want to tell every Aries that. Like Aries, you always want to ask yourself, where are you moving too slowly at? Because let's face it, this is such a perfect, like, do you guys agree? This is such a perfect card for you guys. It's the Chariot of Fire. And I didn't even realize that, but these horses, like, man, they are just rushing through that fire. They don't care if there's flames. You're like, I'm an Aries. I'm not scared to get burnt. Are you kidding me? Man, bye. Like, get out the way. This is such an Aries energy, just pushing through that fire, pushing through with the fire. Fire works for you, not against you. So it's no longer time to contemplate. And remember that, and it's interesting, by two fiery horses. So you know what I'm seeing, guys, is that, remember I noticed that number 2 up there? So some of you guys, what's been going on for you in June, in May and in June, is that I did feel that there was a crossroads that you guys were at, and that your strength is pulling you in two different ways. But we have these horses here that are hooked together. and they're going the same direction. So Aries, it's time to get yourself going the same direction. It's time, to just decide what part of you is moving too slow. Is it your mind? Is it people around you? Is it your job? Is it a relationship that you're in? Is it what's slowing you down, friend? What's slowing you guys down? Because you guys are the warrior. You guys are the chariot of fire. And, it's all about action, will, and forcefulness. You guys might have to get forceful come June, because it's no longer time to sit and think and twiddle your thumbs. Your boldness will be rewarded by good fortune. So I'm loving this. At some point, you guys are gonna embody this strength of 2 wild horses. Now, I do want to look at the number 22 up there and see what that message is, because that's an underlying energy. And we've got the kettle. So this is just an underlying energy, guys. And underneath that, we have the raven, which is an interesting energy. That's actually, these cards go in sync. Whoa. We've got 22 and we got 23 here. So that's an interesting kind of thing, Aries. But for now, we're just going to discuss this kettle. Okay, let's see what the kettle's about. So whether a traditional witch's cauldron or a simple kitchen's kettle, the combination of water, emotion with fire, action, transforms and energizes. So interesting. I'm noticing that some of you guys are with water signs, because it literally brought up water and fire. So water is emotion, fire is action. So some of you could be with Pisces, Cancer, Scorpios, or Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. So just keep in mind that for those of you who are fire signs with water signs, or the water signs watching for fire signs, that's literally the perfect recipe for transformation and energizing. So when brewing a healing tea or a magic potion, the practitioner gathers ingredients with care, adding focus and intent with each one, turning up the heat, gets things moving. And here's another fire card. Turning up the heat gets things moving, Aries, and extracts the potent powers needed to complete the task. So the meaning of this is it's time to light a fire under the situation and get things bubbling. Wow. Really, really, tarot. Spirit is so fucking funny. It's time to light a fire. It's time to turn up the heat and get things bubbling. Think about what you want to accomplish. I just spit a little bit, sorry. What you wish and hope for. Think about what you want to accomplish, Aries. Think about what you wish and hope for. Then make a solid plan of action and take the first steps towards that desire. So the key word here, I don't know why I was holding both of those up. I guess I was just meant to, but the key words here are activity, intensity, and energy. I want you to say with me, I am bubbling with energy and intention. I am bubbling with energy and intention. So the challenge here, Aries, you all like a good challenge, right? That's what I like about these cards, is it challenges you. So how can you use your magic in this situation? Aries, I'm loving your reading, guys. So you want to ask yourself, what's slowing you down in May? What's slowing you down in June? And there's a lot of fiery messages here about you lighting your fire again, about you getting your strength and passion back, about you pushing forward and asking yourself what's slowing you down. I'm loving that Chariot card of flames, and I'm loving this kettle. Okay, so it's like Aries is cooking something up in May, and I'm loving it. Oh, these readings. I'm so happy that I'm here, guys, and that I was able to record these. Everything happens for a reason. So now, if Spirit would allow it, I'm just going to get 3 cards to validate or clarify pray. So why is pray here for Aries? Give me just a little bit more information, Spirit, on why pray is here. Wow, the High Priestess. Wow, wow, wow. Bottom of the deck, 5 of Pentacles. Some of you guys have really lost hope and faith in a situation. This is in your past position, though, some of you. For some of you, this is going to be past, present, and future. So in the past, Aries, there was an underlying energy of you, being left out in the cold. Some of you have been maybe fearing poverty, because this is the poverty card. But for me, the 5 of Pentacles is a lot more than just fearing like you're not going to have enough money. To me, this is someone who was left out in the cold by a person, place, or thing. Now, it could be being left out in the cold financially, but to me, there's a lot of ways. We all feel left out in the cold in a different way. Okay, but we know what feeling left out in the cold feels like. This woman's all alone. She's outside of a church. But even this energy talks about a sanctuary. It talks about prayer. Interesting. She's outside of a church. So some of you, if there's a financial situation, Aries, do not allow that to have power over you. Some kind of job that you're not getting, or a promotion or whatever. Oh, you need to turn your attention. You've been distracted, my friend, by earthly pinnacles, and you need to turn your attention back to fire, the flames of the universe. You are a fire sign. Okay? This is fire energy I'm talking about. So you need to get creative and passionate and manifest your pleasure and desires, okay? So this is the underlying energy of why you need to pray. Some of you are just, you really do need to pray about a financial situation. For some of you, that is for sure what this is about. Others of you have just been left. Some of you may be going through divorce or some sort of separation. I'm not sure why you're feeling left out in the cold, Aries. To me, I know Aries pretty well. Aries feel left out in the cold when they're not considered by other people, when they feel like they come second. Oh my God, my heart just sank. Some of you feel like you're not coming first. See, Aries, you're the first zodiac sign, and it's very important for you to feel first. You know, a lot of people call you selfish for that. They call you self-centered or just arrogant, cocky, bitchy, whatever they like to call Aries. And it's like, have you guys even studied astrology? Like, they're the first zodiac sign. They're God's favorite child. Like, it's not their fault that you guys are the house of self. And when you are born with an innate awareness of who you are, well, sorry, but you just get to places quicker. You know, like, a lot of us don't get to places very quick because we don't know who we are, and we get delayed and distracted by what other people think we are and what other people think we should do. Well, in Aries, you guys might suffer from that a little bit, but your ego never does. So at the end of the day, when you lay down at night, you don't lose sleep over what another fucking person thinks about you. You're like, bitch, I'm an Aries. I'm an Aries, and I know who I am, and I know who I'm not. So I love that the High Priestess comes out for prayer, because this is another praying card. Okay, we have you really, really doing some inner work. Maybe some of you guys have trusted your intuition on something. Maybe some of you guys are trusting your soul, you know. And I remember we have these two cards here. So we got the moon and some kind of light energy that these two people are kind of focusing on and meditating. I'm hearing meditation a lot for you, Aries. I'm not sure how you guys all meditate, but do it your own way. But connect to your higher self, because that's what needs to happen in May and June. But the High Priestess is a very beautiful energy to come up for prayer. Some of you guys need to really seek spiritual guidance, because this is a spiritual card. And it talks about illusions sometimes. It talks about secrets, because the High Priestess knows a lot of secrets because of how much inner wisdom she has. So, you know, you guys could be really reflecting on certain things that you think are hidden from you. Maybe there was some kind of secret that came out to the open and you guys feel left out in the cold because of it. But the main message here is to really pray towards a higher force. Spend some time in solitude and on your own so you can connect to your own soul. And if you guys feel left out in the cold, whether it be financially, spiritually, emotionally, mentally, you need to seek the Most High right now. You need to seek guidance from whatever you believe in, okay? And then we move on to the place of your strength. So after you do that, Aries, there's going to be a strength that you tap into that is out of this world. Now, and I want to get a card for this warrior. So what is Aries the warrior of? What is a card that can best explain this warrior energy for Aries? Does their strength lie in, you know, end of May, going into June and throughout June? Why is the warrior card here for Aries, please, Spirit? Just one card, please. Find me one card with a message that best explains this warrior energy for Aries. Ooh, okay, well, we almost had the Hermit come out, which is definitely reflecting and soul searching, Aries. I'm feeling a lot of soul searching energy for you guys in May and June. It's just time. And okay, yeah, dude, for sure. So we had 3 cards come out, but it's okay because I get the message of it. We've got the Page of Cups, we've got the Moon, and we've got the King of Swords. That's the King of Swords. Even though it's a woman, it's still the King of Swords. So I do see Pisces and Cancer here. We've got a Pisces hanging out right in the middle. Some of you might be with a Pisces who is really consumed in self-reflection right now. There's a Pisces in your life that really needs to look his or herself in the mirror. But we have this with the New Love card. So the Page of Cups does talk about synchronicities, and it talks about conversations with the universe, which is definitely prayer, High Priestess, Page of Cups. This is higher. This is like literally synchronicities. Pay attention to your intuition, Aries. Pay attention to the synchronicities. God is trying to communicate with you, and he's asking that you communicate back with the creator. God, I just call God the creator. So whatever you believe is a higher force has been trying to communicate with you and is waiting for you to text them back. So this is about listening to your emotion, which is also what the moon card is about. Maybe the Sagittarius full moon at the end of May has something to do with this. Maybe there's a new Pisces in your life that is self-reflecting and finally ready to get mentally clear about something and start a very clear path. Some of you really need clarity over a Pisces or Cancer. Some of you really need clarity. If you're not an Aries with a Pisces or a Cancer, then this is about a new love in your life that there's secrets involved in. But these secrets are in June. They're not going to be secrets anymore, Aries. Your soul's going to feel a lot more clear emotionally come June. And this is coming up for Warrior, right? So it's like the strength that you have in May and June relies on your emotions and what's hidden beneath you, hidden deep within you and your soul, right? That's why you're being asked to trust that orb of light in your hands. And then we have the King of Swords, you guys. So the King of Swords is all about clarity. And I love that this card shows that he's talking to a bunch of people around him. Even though it's a woman, this is the King of Swords because we've got that big masculine crown down there. So you guys could be communicating strongly. This is Gemini season, so this is a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. Some of you guys are. I do see Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And if it's not that, then it's just Gemini season, really enhancing conversations. So we've got all these younger children around this throne person. This is you on the throne of your mental. Okay, so there's going to be certain conversations that come up about the truth that you've been really waiting to have in June. This is the clarity you've been waiting to have, Aries. Bottom of the deck right now is the Six of Wands, which is you getting recognition. So some of you, there's children coming up here. And if you don't have children, then this is the inner child in you, Aries, or something that you're giving birth to. But this is about you getting recognition for what you've done. And I see that's reiterated here because it's like this king is talking to people. Okay? And for some of you women out there, you really embody the masculine energy and you're becoming the king. So what I overall see here is to just pay attention to what's hidden under the surface. If you are dealing with a Pisces or a Cancer, they're finally looking themselves in the mirror in June and they're paying attention to the synchronicities too. I do see synchronicities with your emotion and your soul, and then clarity. Whatever has been hidden from you, Aries, it is going to come out. Some of you are taking a risk for a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, or a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius in June, end of May. But if it's not about a Pisces and if it's not about a Cancer, then it is about you really just looking yourself in the mirror, Aries. You communicating with yourself, with your soul communication. I'm seeing a lot of soul communication. I can't pick this card up. So some of you guys can't even pick yourself up until you pray. Prayer is the way to pick yourself up right now. But soul communication, trust in that soul communication. Soul communication. Communicating from the soul, Aries. And you will be victorious. So let's see why the Chariot, I know why the Chariot of Flames is here for Aries. But let's let Spirit reveal to you why the Chariot of Flames is here. Chariot of Flames. And we have the Seven of Swords coming out. So the Chariot of Flame talked all about action and energy, you know, and pushing forward and stuff like that. So Aries, you guys are going to be mowing down people, places, and things that have this kind of energy. All right? No more lying. Aries is over it. Don't lie to me, bro. Don't play me. Don't bullshit me. Tell me what's up or you're going to get mowed down. Like, I feel like Aries, you guys are literally tapping into such an honest part of your guys' self in June that anybody who has this kind of mental energy, so I don't know if there's a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy or just kind of arguing going on, but this is someone who's sneaky, cheating and lying, stealing from you, whether it be mentally, physically, spiritually, or emotionally. This is theft. So you want to be careful of theft. And it is an air card, so you just want to be careful of anybody stealing your shine or stealing your mental clarity right now. This can manifest in a way where you can't get even a word in with somebody. And I do see that there's 2 swords on this guy's back, so this could also be you guys really just finally making a decision, you know, because this is all about mental energy and all about communication and thoughts because it's swords. So some of you guys are just really going to get passionate to push forward. But the real message I see here is that what these horses on fire are running over, so what you're running over this month, Aries, is people and places and things that have lied to you before. Somebody's going to get karma. So there's going to be an ex or something like that that sees you happy with somebody, and they're going to, they're going to be real fucking bent and hurt. But oh well, you just got to run them over, Aries. And if they're either going to die by flame or die by getting hit by this very fast chariot that you've decided to. So remember, light that fire. It's time to really boil some things up. Maybe Aries has reached their boiling point at a certain foundation or with a certain place, a person, place, a thing. Aries is taking a risk. I see a lot of movement in your reading. Hopefully this made sense to you guys. The Seven of Swords is somebody who's sneaking and cheating. Okay, some of you guys might have hung on to an energy emotionally because you had some kind of financial exchange in this person, place, or thing. But this is the Four of Coins, which is like, it shows someone who really wants to make money. It shows someone who really wants a strong foundation, especially emotionally. And we did have your emotional foundation come up here with these two fours. So some of you guys have just been penny pinching at a certain place, and it's been keeping you from leaving. But you're not going to give a shit come June, okay? Especially when you get connected to your emotions and your soul. I got the Aries card sticking out here that I just happened to see. So we've got you, whoever's waiting on some kind of money, June is the month. You just have to look a little bit closer at this financial opportunity. But this is a new job, a new pinnacle, a new finance. This is a real gift of value. It could be real, some kind of lump sum of money for some of you Aries coming in. But I just see that you need to let go of the foundation you have right now emotionally, because you've got, do you want the Four of Pentacles or the Ten of Pentacles, Aries? And you know, some of you are emotionally indecisive right now over something you've been hanging on to of value, and then something that's much larger coming your way. I mean, this woman, this is a completion. This is someone who's very happy in the home life, family life, financially, jobs going good, and it's a gift. So there is some kind of financial gift that you're going to be unraveling, Aries, into May, June. And this is going to really put you back in your hot seat of authority and kings and kingmanship and queenmanship. So Aries, buckle up, because there's some good shit coming your way. And that's why you've got to mow down any of these people, places, and things that just are no longer an authentic vibration or reflection of you. So I hope you enjoyed your reading, Aries. I sure did. I'm probably going to watch this video back just because it was so awesome. So everything that you need to know will be in the description box, whether it's how to contact me, anything like that, any information about the intro video or the tarot cards I used in your video. Thank you so much for listening, though, guys. It means the world to me, and I really, really hope that I'm able to talk to you guys again in May, but we will see what the fates allow. Blessed be, Aries. I'm sending you guys all my love and fire. Go get them. Go get them. See ya.